Please welcome to the blue corner, Joshua Sharpless.
So Joshua Sharpless, we've seen him on the stage a bunch. He's the guy Eric and Rich can call if they need a match against someone who didn't want to fight him, just because he's tough. He fights anyone, everyone, prospects, new black belts, old black belts, veterans. Josh Sharpless himself has had maybe a dozen MMA fights. I know he lived down in the valley for some time, so he fought for STFC. Fun fact, as an amateur, he actually had a fight under our team, Gracie Barra-One's back when Robo was in charge, and we'll see him later on the card as well. But really interesting. Sharpless making his way to the stage. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Joel Heinen to the red corner.
All right, Joel Heinen making his way out. So Joel Heinen, another fun fact, also had an amateur fight or two under our banner. He runs Gracie Barra Research for us now. No stranger to the competition jiu-jitsu scene, was big on the IBJJF game in his purple and brown belt days. Still is a black belt, but in on the mats now with a submission-only match on his hands. Let's get this fight started. Can't wait. Here's Wayne.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 round with a 7-minute time limit in the black belt division at 175 pounds. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Renzo Gracie, this is Joshua Sharpless. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Gracie Barra, this is Joel Heinen.
All right, let's get it underway. You know, another little fun fact about Joel Heinen, he's cornered UFC fights for you and MMA fights for me as well.
Yeah. Another fun fact, one of Joel's amateur fights was against Lester Beatrice Jr. They went the distance, but I mean, talk about a match that has aged wildly well, considering how much of a beastly pro Les Jr.'s been. A quick guard pull there from Joel. He knows the tactics and game really well. I expected a guard play from him, and he's a very studious black belt. He'll play really any guard well, but he understands in competition the closed guard really is the name of the game as he locks up an omoplata.
Omoplata attempt, and doesn't have the hand tucked, using both hands instead to keep his body crunched in to keep the hand tucked.
Yeah, this is a really good bite. Sharpless picking him up though. Sharpless has to get his hand occupied.
You know, Joel's trying to use his quad to force the flat position, but also keeping the bite with both his hands so it keeps his body crunched in. So Joel keeping his hands on the bite of the gi is keeping his body crunched forward, which is actually keeping that hand trapped. Now, right now he's got the hand free, so if he wanted to, he could re-grab that hand and kind of re-crunch it back in, but it looks like he's got a really good bite on it. And now he's in, he's got the shoulders locked through, and he's got a little grab on the back shoulder as well.
Yeah, Joel knows the opportunity he has. With the one tricky thing about omoplata is, now he's got a good back take attempt from it. I mean, strong value.
Solid work. I mean,
and that's why you got to avoid getting stuck in closed guard in these matches. I mean, when I hit my pull in my match, I made sure I got to closed guard.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to play an open as a secondary due to no choice, fine, but closed is the play. Really nice omoplata. And then omoplata sweep, and then that back take threat, but Sharpless ended up turning in instead of turning away. And that's where we see Joel now in a strong top side control position.
Joel's doing really good at applying the pressure. He's blocking the hips on one side with his hand, and then using his head to actually apply the pressure to the hip on the other side. Switched over to north-south now.
Looking for a Kimura, possibly. Yeah. Sharpless, though, was hip to it and turns in. See, notice Josh made a really big play to go to close guard, and Joel, he addressed it instantly. And as a guy with a ton of, IBJJF, world's competition experience at purple and brown belt, you have to have that type of timing. I tell my guys at a higher level, it's not about, you know, what can you do? It's what can you stop your opponent from doing. It's like the anti-game.
Yeah.
Now, Sharpless is crafty. He got a submission, he got a decision win over Eve Edwards in their first match, and he got his back taken for most of it, but he kept threatening straight arm locks and ankle locks. So he's crafty. He'll look for submissions from really any position he can. But the position dominance here of Heinen is allowing him to volley between these submissions with a hard catch attempt on that omoplata, and then he's got some bites on these Kimuras.
Yeah. He's got 2-on-1 on the arm. He doesn't have his hands together. Sharpless is doing good on keeping the arm tight to the body, so Joel went ahead and let go of that for the transition. He's in on a knee cut now. And fishes the gi out.
He's got that first Bravo grip handoff. It's kind of like a lapel crossface. Now if Joel can get his right arm in between their chests and get that palm up grip, there's a whole volley of chokes he can hit from here. Transitions well.
He was able to kind of do a little volley left, like back and forth, going side to side to create that chaos. Joel looks like he's in for a back take now. Couldn't quite get there.
Sharpless, though, works his way into close guard. They're going to reset in the center.
At 2:40 left in the match. Starting back in the closed guard now.
I don't know if you saw Aronde. Yeah. He pointed at this, hey, you know you can't slam. And Joe's like, I know. You don't gotta point at me.
I'm just trying to get him to let me go, bro.
Nice little cut through pass there. Tail end. Really strong match here from Joel so far. He's found himself in some strong positions. Had a great catch on that omoplata. Got a nice little lapel choke here. Joshua's going to clear the leg. I mean, both these guys have to have been training for a long time. I mean, I think Sharpless has been training like 20 years.
Yeah. Joel's got to be,
I mean, well over a decade in.
Yeah.
Naturally.
It's 15, 16 years.
Looking for a bottom. I mean, he's technically in guard, so.
It's a very shallow guard, but it's guard. Never count out a black belt's grips.
Joel's eating that choke so he could pass. That's what he was doing. He was like, I'm going to absorb this choke, clear my foot, and punish you from mount. But they both ended up kind of dispersing that exchange.
You know,
leg lock attempt here from Sharpless. I mean, he's got no bite on the ankle.
1 minute remaining in this match. 1 minute remaining.
Now he's in 50-50. No heel hooks in the gi. That's the main. It's like the only rule.
Yep.
Kinda. And but there's a ton of really cool straight ankle locks and even rotational knee bars from this position.
Is that Aoki lock? That's still just a straight ankle. Huh?
It's a straight ankle. But in order for it to be allowed, the person getting straight ankle lock, they have to rotate their heel out. They have to like initiate the angle.
Yeah.
Notice that right grip Sharpless has on Joel's left sleeve. That's what's preventing Joel from
10
straight
seconds.
ankles. Toe hold attempt here from Sharpless. Counter a toe hold there from Heinen. Heinen's the better of the two.
Time.
Couldn't quite get the bite on it. This one's going to go to a draw. Well, Heinen had the better positions. And
go to a decision.
Yep, sorry. Go to a decision. Heinen had the better attempts on the submission.
Yeah,
sway it his direction.
I really think it was that omoplata. That was the big moment in the match. Everything else was pretty neutralized. Heinen with the really strong side control positioning. Josh with some crafty regards. You know, both guys kind of throwing some leg lock attempts out there, but I think this was pretty clearly going to be a Joel decision. We'll see what these judges say.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 7-minute time limit has expired, so we go to the referee for your decision. Your winner of the match, Joel Heinen.
The GB fighter getting it done. Congratulations to him and his team. That's how you set up an omoplata.
Very good work for Joel.
Moving right along.